you do the recap, then I will step away for a second.
Okay.
Yeah, we're ready to go.
I
All
just forgot to do my car.
right. So recap. On the last session, you guys did look into enemies of Pedriarch by using the spell Legend Lore. That was kind of the beginning, which took a bit of time.
Mhm.
It has a long cast time. And you guys did find 3 different enemies of Pedriarch that were given to you, like 3 names basically. You were given the name of Durliarath. I'm not sure. Duriliath, I think is actually how I said it last time. And it's who's a time dragon who
Mm.
supposedly has already defeated Pedriarch before.
Oh, yeah, we're looking for allies.
So you guys are basically like who are his greatest enemies. So one of them is this time dragon. The other one was something called the Council of Prime Watchers, which I don't think anybody knew what that was.
Yeah.
And then the last one you heard was a Tropos, which is a psychopomp and is specifically one of the most powerful psychopomps and is like basically Pharasma's daughter. And
Okay.
so those are kind of the 3 names you guys got. And then I don't think anybody really specifically had anything that they could think of to do with those right now. So you kind of, put those in your back pocket, something maybe to come up later. But in the meantime, you guys also had the another dragon that you guys had met before, Ralanul, and she had told you, "Hey, meet back up with me a month, and I'll let you know. Like, I'll ask around about this Pedriarch." And she did, and said that her uncle, who's kind of like basically the leader of like her family of dragons, said, "Oh yeah, he hangs out in this valley south of Shepherd's Rock, and we don't go there because anytime we've ever ventured in there, he's like, basically killed whoever did. So it's kind of like forbidden for them to go there." But she's like, "Well, I'll let you know about it, but I ain't going in there because I don't want to get in trouble."
Mm-hmm.
So, but she showed you kind of where it was. I think you guys also you asked around a little bit in the outpost that's right outside Shepherd's Rock.
Yeah. They're getting ready for something.
Yeah, you guys heard like a rumor from gathering information that there's like some mobilization happening in Shepherd's Rock. So some of the regulars there are like speculating that maybe we're going to be going to war or something. And that's kind of where we left off. You guys were basically like just leaving the town of the town of Shepherd's Rock, basically,
Mm-hmm.
to go there. I think you guys. I don't know if you guys all hit the night's rest button yet. Um, last session, but you guys did spend a night there as well. So,
I did now.
and then anything else you guys want to do while you're in this town before you venture towards the Hidden Valley. I think we made Hidden Valley Ranch jokes last time as well.
Yeah. Mm.
You know what's funny is that was the name of my high school.
Hidden Valley?
Yeah.
Huh.
No, Hidden Valley Ranch jokes.
Hidden Valley Ranch jokes high school. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Hidden Valley Mustangs. So our colors were like blue and orange, just like the Broncos. So we were kind of like mini Broncos, I guess.
My elementary school mascot was the Mustangs. Although elementary school mascots don't really matter as much because there's not really any such thing as elementary schools like sports between like different schools. You do sports in there, but usually it's like little league kind of things instead of done by school.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So yeah, Ralanul was with you guys in Shepherd's Rock, kind of in a human disguise, but kind of departs once she like points you towards where it is, like where the valley is. Says she can't go any further there, but she says she'll stay in the area and keep an eye out for you.
All right, very well.
Right.
Probably want spells for fighting lots of people then. Gonna prep fireball.
Dang it, didn't work. I was trying to make it use a second level for extend.
Yeah, I don't know how the spell interface really works in
Yeah,
Foundry.
I set it to spell level 2. You can see in the top right of where it says Mage Armor use at the top, but it still uses the first level slot, so I'd have to make a separate thing.
I'm not sure if I hit Knight's Rest. Let me do that now.
Yeah. Just assume I'll be casting extended Mage Armor on myself every day now.
I just want to make sure we're level 8, right? I didn't forget to level up. Yeah.
That's what I have.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Good.
I'm trying to remember what my character does. Psychic things.
Why is there Durham? Is he quiet for you guys too? He's kind of quiet for me today.
For who?
For
Zerdurium?
Me.
Yeah.
He's not
Testing,
quiet to
1, 2,
me.
3, testing.
Okay, I'll turn
Okay,
him up
This
then.
is normal voice. Okay.
Yeah, it sounds the same to me, but
I'm not as like excited right now, I guess.
Yeah,
in terms
you're
of, like,
not.
yeah, maybe he's
when
just talking quieter.
Yeah, I think
It's
so.
louder when I'm more excited. I slept after work and just woke up, and I'm having tea now, so I'm pretty relaxed.
So yeah, when you exit out of the settlement of Shepherd's Rock, there is a road that heads towards the south. Like it kind of forks. Like the main road heads north towards Maniket, but there is a road that heads towards the south. Presumably, its primary purpose you would think, be to head towards like Haldun, but you do think you could probably take it at least partway towards this valley, but most likely, if there might be either another fork or, and actually, Ralino will tell you that like there is another fork there, but she says like it's definitely definitely off the main road, but there will be a fork that kind of leads towards it. She also says there's like a warning posted out there telling people not to go that way.
Should we heed the warning?
Well, I am required to by my uncle, but I think you should only heed it in so much as respect that there probably is a lot of danger in there.
Is there a sign that says "Do not enter"? No trespassing.
Yes, basically, it's a sign that says that it's a area under the control of the Pure Legion, and that trespassers will be attacked on sight.
Okay, so we can't say we weren't warned, technically.
It would be hard to argue.
Unless
that
we
you
go
were lost or
around
something.
the sign and pretend we never saw it.
That'd be a good opportunity to train, though. You know, if they're just gonna send pure Legion people at us, we might as well.
Yeah. If they have any
skills,
if they have any patrols or anything like that in the area, and they come across you, then they might not give you a chance to try to bluff your way out. Is all I'm saying. You might have patrols.
Patrols, not trolls.
Yeah.
Hey, the patrols could be trolls.
Yeah.
The troll patrol.
I don't like bluffing my way out of a fight anyway.
Now I wish that I had made a troll patrol.
It's the troll patrol. You got to pay the troll toll.
Yeah.
So it'd be easier going around this.
Going around what?
Around this area you said that's off limits?
Well, no, this area that's off limits is where you're trying to go. Like,
oh, okay.
I was just saying, if we go around the sign, we can pretend we weren't warned.
Yeah, she's just telling you that even though we know that Pedriarch's not there, there's probably other stuff there that's also dangerous. Maybe not as dangerous as Pedriarch, but like he probably hasn't left it undefended.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so yeah, if we're good to go, then I'm good to go. I can conjure the carriage.
Oh, okay. I do like the carriage.
So do I. Makes
it keeps my paws clean.
Oh, that's right. The bunny rabbit's mount is no longer around.
Yeah, because he used to ride on the.
Hey, whatever happened to that guy?
He disappeared in. What was the name? Well, you guys are in Manicat.
He's ghosting us? Oh my god.
Yeah, you guys tried to find him, maybe, and well, I don't know if you guys tried to find him or not. But presumably, any of you that tried to find him, he had disappeared and left no trace behind of where he went. So you're not sure if something happened to him or if he willingly just disappeared.
It's a mystery.
Well, maybe we forgot him, like Home Alone.
Yeah, he's Kevin McAllister. You guys got in a huge fight with him one night before you guys left Manicat, and then left and he was stuck behind. He's recently watched the second Home Alone movie.
Oh, the New York one?
Yeah, I've like forgotten the whole thing where they're like explaining to this like police officer, like, yeah, we left him behind again. Like, this has happened before. And they're like, what the fuck?
Terrible parents.
Yeah. Anyway, okay, so you guys are taking a nice chariot ride. Or it's more of a wagon, right? It's not actually a chariot; it's a wagon. But
it's a carriage.
Or a carriage, okay. And so it actually has
it has like seats.
It has like seats and like a door, and you're in the shade, which is great because you guys are traveling in a desert.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so yeah, and you guys are you guys are right up against like the mountains, and like you're gonna be turning into like a valley that's kind of nestled into this mountain range. So yeah, you guys are traveling for along this for several hours without really seeing anybody. Maybe past like one person coming the opposite direction at one point, heading north. I'm assuming you guys don't really interact with them, perhaps other than whoever's driving. Maybe giving like an acknowledgement, like a wave or a nod or something. But they don't try saying anything to you if you don't talk to them. And eventually you get to the fork where there is a smaller, narrower trail that leads into the foothills of this mountain range.
Mhm.
And it has a sign that says, as advertised, that the beyond this point is under the control of the Pure Legion, and should not be entered without accompaniment of the Pure Legion. Violators will be attacked on sight.
Rude.
Right.
They think it's a deterrence, but I want that.
All right, so you guys go down there then.
Oh yeah, we're continuing. Whoever is
Yep.
driving this thing, the unseen servant or whatever, we're directing it there.
Okay. Yeah, I think it is driven by an unseen servant, right?
It is. But I mean, someone else could drive it if they wanted to.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't want me driving.
Unless you know how to drive the carriage.
No. I know how to boat, and that's about it.
What about your bardic knowledge?
You want me to drive this thing?
No, I'm just musing.
Oh. I mean, I can certainly attempt. Let's dig deep into our brain. Do we think we could drive? What would that be? Handle animal? There's no animal.
I think it would use a ride check normally. Well, I mean, that's what it did for the what skill did it use for the chariot race and Mummy's Mask?
I think it is ride.
I believe it was ride. So I imagine it's probably the same thing for driving a wagon.
But
too.
Wasn't there actual horses pulling that though?
Well, there's actual horses pulling this too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Then yeah, probably all right.
They're just like summoned horses, basically.
Yeah.
Nope, I don't got a
Conjured
clue.
horses.
You just whip them a lot, right?
Not quite.
Oh, dang.
Maybe it was a summon carriage. I always forget. Conjure carriage. Okay.
Conjure carriage.
I was close. Yeah, it gives you 2 quasi-real light horses. I guess since it's quasi-real, they're probably more like a shadow conjuration.
Yeah, there's something there, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's not 100% real.
So
horse.
it probably is like generally clear to most people that it's not a real horse. At least if you like inspect it at all.
Mhm.
But yeah. And it can carry up to 6 medium or small passengers, which I think is pretty much like what you have. So, because Billy's tiny.
Yep. Guess as we're moving, my guys.
Yep. So while you guys are going, if everyone would like to roll a perception check.
Okay.
Sure.
Unless you're working on something in the carriage, I guess.
How fast is the carriage going? Like,
it can go like basically the speed of the horses.
Yeah, but how fast are we going? Are we going at that speed, or we like going leisure, like walk pace speed? Because my guy I might we're going like normal, like my guy could keep up, he might be out of the carriage.
I believe it would generally be on by default. It'd probably be going with a move speed of 40 feet because like the horse's speed's 50, but they probably count
Yeah.
as at least some level of encumbrance, so
Yeah.
they're probably not going top speed.
Okay. Yeah, I can't keep up with that thing.
Yeah, if you're like if you're like playing a barbarian or something, you probably would be able to keep
Yeah.
up. Or if you had overland flight.
I could technically with double moving, but you get exhausted pretty quick.
Yeah. All right, so while you guys are going, Razok and Vander both notice like you notice a bunch of like vultures and crows, like carrion birds basically, to the like kind of in the direction you're going. It looks like maybe off the road a little ways to the north.
Okay.
Ooh, did something die?
Maybe. It looks like they're like a little off the trail. So if you wanted to investigate, you probably would have to stop and make your way over there. Up to you if you guys want to do that. Otherwise, you could just continue on.
I'm not that curious, but my allies might be.
No, he doesn't even say anything when he notices it. He just keeps an eye out. Like he's even more on guard now. He's kind of looking around, trying to know stuff. And yeah, now he's a little bit even more cautious.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, can you say that again?
Me?
No,
Pluto?
with Pluto. Describe.
Vander or Razok, what you guys want? You guys were the ones that saw it. When you guys want to tell them what you saw?
He I guess he'll kind of point it out, but he's not gonna like want to pursue it. Is there's some carrion birds circling, like somewhere off of the trail, like a little bit off the trail. There's
a little bit to the north.
Yeah.
I mean, that does sound interesting.
Uh-oh.
That means something died not too long ago.
Yeah, something that could also kill us.
Well, not if we kill it.
Okay, but if you want to go, you have to make sure I don't get eaten.
I can't make any promises.
This rabbit, such a burden.
Well, he's thinking like a rabbit, you know,
True.
that things will eat him.
I guess we'll move to the like closest point.
Okay. Yeah, you
Where-
get within like a point where you're kind of perpendicular with where you're seeing them swooping down. It is kind of you guys are kind of between two mountain ranges, but you're on relatively flat ground right now. In fact, it'd still probably count as being on a desert. Yeah, so you guys head towards there, and you don't have to go too far. You do see what looks like to be a carcass, with some of these carrion birds like kind of picking at the bones and entrails that are left behind there. It does look like most of it has already been like it looks like it's something that was already fed on, perhaps. Like this is not an intact corpse. In fact, at first glance, you maybe can't even tell what it is. It's definitely something pretty large, though.
Okay, how long have we been traveling for today?
You guys would have been traveling for about 4 hours at this point, so it'd still be like late morning.
Late morning, but 4 hours already. All right, that basically leaves most of the day ahead. I'll just go ahead and cast Mage Armor on myself. I'll have it for 8 hours.
Okay.
All right. So I'm assuming we need to get closer to inspect this thing.
Yeah.
All right. We should.
Oh, all right.
Okay. As you move closer to it, the birds do flutter away. Like none of them runs over and tries to attack you or anything. But they are kind of still circling around. Some of them land like, 30 or 40 feet away and kind of are watching what you're going to do.
Sure.
Anybody would like, they can roll a heal check or like a knowledge of nature or survival. One of those three.
Do we even
Or
have
you can roll
those?
multiples of them. In fact, you just get different information depending on what you roll.
I will do a nature
Okay.
check.
Billy rolls knowledge of nature as well. Okay, Billy's able to tell that this was a steer. Probably a steer, like a
Oh,
bull.
steer. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Probably would have been something that was that would have been farmed, although you guys are not like livestock basically, although you're not really in an area where livestock is plentiful, so it's a little strange. You think that probably there's a little bit that would have been like in town, but for the most part, any cattle would have been imported most likely in this area. The other thing, Razok and Billy would both kind of come to this conclusion that you guys would think that it looks like the way this creature, like you see that some of the like the way some of its bones are broken, would lead you to believe that it fell from that its whole body took like severe trauma.
All damage.
Yeah, like fall damage was what killed it.
It got carried here by something big.
Wow.
If only we knew what would be big and flying.
Dragon, perhaps?
Yeah.
Dragons are big and they do fly.
Uh-huh.
Right into the game. The Rock.
Yeah,
rock.
but do you think the dragon would just be like, I'm just gonna leave you, asshole. I didn't like you anyways.
Well, it does look like something is like most of the remains have been eaten already. It looks like there's so
it's a carcass.
It's a carcass and most of it's gone, and there's just been vultures and crows trying to pick at whatever's left.
Okay.
Like it looks like something bigger maybe like ate the majority of it, and they're just carrion birds trying to pick at the remains, like the leftovers. But you don't see any signs of what put this here. All the birds and whatnot nearby are very much too small to have done this. Because this probably used to be like a 2,000, 3,000 pound animal that out in the middle of nowhere.
Well, this wasn't quite as interesting as I was hoping it would be. But it does tell us that there might be some kind of large flying predator around here. Well, I'm gonna go get back in the carriage.
Okay.
Poking at the corpse isn't my thing anyway, so I've observed enough. My curiosity has been somewhat satisfied. I don't even know if that meat is good anymore, but if anyone else wants to take something from it, now's the time.
The slim pickings after the dragon and the carrion birds have at it.
Does Billy want some?
No, I'm a vegetarian.
He's not that kind of rabbit.
I see.
Hmm.
That other kind
Yeah.
of rabbit, that rabbit is dynamite.
Okay, so you guys return back to the wagon then? The
That's what
carriage?
I'm doing.
Yeah.
I keep
Oh, let's
going.
just keep a lookout.
Bill just wants us to be
For
playing Oregon
above.
Trail.
Yeah. I just want it to be a wagon because then it doesn't have a top and I can have large predators swoop down on you.
No.
More
I mean,
easily.
you still can. They just rip the top.
Either
That's
that
true.
or they pick up the whole freaking thing.
Pick up the whole wagon.
Big,
Yeah,
if they're big enough.
true.
I literally we had a camel just scooped up off of the ground in front of us in one campaign. A freaking rock. It was just like, oh, later, camel. Mm.
All right, who wants to roll a percentage?
Me?
Say me.
Not me.
Whoever
Grim
rolls
can
it.
do
Whoever rolls it first. All right.
I did for once. He usually has
job.
it on a hot bar.
Well, no, I don't want to roll every D100. Share the joy of rolling hundreds.
And the joy of causing mayhem.
I only wiped our party 2 or 3 times in Mantis's game with a 99 or 100 roll.
Yeah, but I mean, most of the time it was fine because it was a time loop game.
Yeah.
Except for that one time
And-
where we got to Galarian for some reason.
And most of the time, it's Mantis that's is writing it. So party wipes are probably pretty often.
Yeah. Sometimes you die and go back to the beginning of the time loop, and
It's
sometimes
actually not that he would wipe the party. It's just that he would stymie us, particularly with combat.
Yeah.
sometimes you die and have to go back to the beginning of the time loop, and sometimes you get sent to Galarian, a fate worse than death.
Yeah, actually the games with the most player deaths and party wipes have all been secret games.
Yeah.
Probably. It's not my fault Paizo wants to kill you guys. Gee.
He told me about the ice worms. That's infamous, I guess, at this point.
Oh,
And-
dude, ice worms are pretty fucking deadly.
And I think from what I heard, half of the party deaths in Secrets games
Or
have been
one
William.
person.
Yeah.
yeah,
I said
at least half of them was William.
Yeah.
The other half
It's
was
alright.
Kingmaker.
Oh
think
yeah,
I've-
Kingmaker.
I think in the last couple, I think one of my characters have died. I've had because Kane died. Then Format he did die, and then Bowie got resurrected. Like couple of characters.
All right, let's get another perception check.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I didn't really
Ooh.
say King died. He more sacrificed himself. Like, get the hell out of here.
Yeah, it almost didn't even matter because since you just teleported to us.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So you guys kind of notice coming from up ahead of you, you notice kind of dust getting kicked up. Like you think you see the signs of a large group of people moving.
Oh.
And it looks like they're headed towards you. They're still right now a fair bit away, and you don't know if they know you're here, or if they've spotted you themselves, or if they just happen to be coming the same way.
How big of a group of people?
You can't tell yet because they're on the other, you guys are on hilly terrain, and they are currently not directly in your line of sight. You just have seen like signs of them, basically.
But they're coming towards us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, first you're maybe not sure, but you can, after a little while of continuing on, you can definitely tell that it's a group. It's a group of people moving closer.
All right.
Are we in the do not be here zone yet?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
I will cast False Life on myself. Because they're coming for
We
us.
can move
It's-
off to the side, I guess. Is there any like place to take cover or to hide in?
Not really. Like I said, you kind of are between these two mountain ranges in like a desert valley. So there's very little vegetation around, and
so we're in Death Valley, Nevada. Got it.
kind of, yeah. I mean, it's like hilly desert basically.
All right. I guess.
Now you maybe could try, if you guys got off, you could maybe hide behind a hill. It would take a while to get to one, but it is.
They already know we're here. If we can see them, they can see us. I don't. Well, I mean, let's go talk to them, right?
They look like pure Legion.
So,
You haven't spotted them yet, but you think there's a pretty good chance that that would be pure Legion.
Well, I might be casting Fireball on site. Just letting you guys know.
All right. My guy will, or I'll, jump off the wagon, and he like goes off the trail. Tries to get like a little. He'll stay close to the party, but he like if are we continuing to move, or are we gonna wait for them to come? He's asking the party. Yes. Are we waiting for them to like come to us, or are we just
How
continuing to
many
move?
can you like possibly see?
You guys don't have a count yet, but you think there's probably more than a dozen.
oh.
Like a whole troop, maybe even.
Hmm.
Only it probably won't be specifically a troop, because
Yeah.
at least not by the book troop. If it is a troop, it's going to be modified. Spoiler alert.
Hmm.
I will actually. So, I'll go ahead and just say you think that there's a good chance it's a troop, but I'm going to go over what I'm going to be running the troops slightly different than how they normally are running. The biggest change that I'm going to be doing is I am going to have the troops roll attack rolls rather than just having them do damage like a swarm would. They are going to have a pretty high attack bonus, and pretty high damage still, but yeah, I'm not going to have them work entirely like a swarm. That's kind of the biggest change. But the other thing I'm going to do with troops as well is if you have something like cleave, for example, you can use that on them, even though it's technically only one target. Like I'm going to let you use multi-target stuff on them because it makes sense.
Yep.
All right.
All right.
Sounds good to me.
You can
So if
do like precision damage to them as well, stuff like that. They mostly were going to work a lot like it. If you have something that only affects one target, still that still won't really do anything against them. It's just like a troop or just like a swarm, because making one guy fall asleep isn't going to be a big deal. But if you have something that affects a certain amount of hit die or affects like all targets in an area, those will still function.
All right.
But yeah, you think that there is basically a troop of probably pure Legion approaching you. You guys are currently kind of like starting to go up a sand dune basically, and you think they might be on the other side of the sand dune.
Are they on foot?
You believe they are probably on foot.
Dude, we have horses. We can outrun them. Just make your horses run.
That is an
That's
option.
true.
We just get back to the carriage.
Just like go around them.
All right. I guess we just keep moving.
Okay. So you guys are staying
How
on.
How far around are we gonna go?
But if
Or are
we
we on
fight
the
them, we can at least
path?
reduce his numbers.
Yeah.
I
Nice.
also could cast Aura of the Unremarkable, and we just go right by them and hope that none of them suspect. But I guess probably with so many enemies in the troops, some of them are going to succeed at the check.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you don't. The thing is, you wouldn't necessarily have to like convince all of
Yeah,
them.
if only one guy's like, "Hey,
If only
they're
one guy
weird,"
notices, it doesn't.
everyone else is.
Yeah, then he's not going to be able to convince his buddies
Unless
to do
it's like the
anything.
captain.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's an option too. But I guess, do we want to go like close by them or far around by them?
I have a
I mean,
feeling if
Fireball
we change
does have a
course,
very
they're
long
just going to
range.
change course too.
Yeah.
And
I say
true,
we just stay on.
we have
say
a
we-
couple of fireballs actually.
Yeah. All right. I guess skirt them. Try to skirt them.
Are they farther than like 700 feet away?
You don't think they are farther than 700 feet away at this point because, like I said, they're on the. You think they're on the just right now on the other side of the sand dune. You guys are currently starting to make your way up.
So they're closer.
Yeah. I'll pull you guys to another map here, actually, because you see them basically crest up to the top of this dune.
Okay, I'm just gonna, and they look like pure Legion soldiers.
Yes. So as you are,
I'm just gonna let a fireball go.
as you are climbing the dune, you see basically at the top of the dune a phalanx, basically like a group of about 20 pure legions in a formation comes up carrying long spears and shields, and we'll start a combat here. So everyone can roll initiative.
Right. That works.
Initiative. Pluto, can you do me a favor and Night's Rest me? Apparently it won't work for me. I don't know. My sheet's getting worse.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll hit the button for you.
Okay. My spells won't reset.
Did that work?
Let me check.
Wait, I don't see the button for it.
Yes, the spells reset. Perfect.
Okay. For some reason, I was expecting there to be a chat message when I hit the button, but I don't see one, so maybe there isn't one.
No, there isn't anymore.
Oh,
They got rid of that.
What? Why'd they do that? I wonder if that's a setting I can turn
That
back
was
on.
Yeah, that was gone for like the last 4 or so sessions we've had before Christmas, I think.
Okay. Good to know.
Yeah, we're way too far and they seem ready to fight, so I'm not gonna worry about the Aura of the Unremarkable thing. I think we need a different solution.
Okay. So Vander gets to go first. You guys are all currently on a wagon, which at the moment is currently moving 40 feet per round towards them, which I will have happen on at the end of the
Guys,
round.
just
So if you
go
just stay on the
up.
wagon, it will continue moving, unless you guys tell it to stop.
Just go up and around them, easy. Or circle them and launch fireballs.
Sorry. Far away.
You guys are very far away. At
We
the
are
moment.
far away, but not too
Yeah.
far for a fireball.
Actually, wait. I have a spell that reaches. I have a long range.
Magic miss.
I'm going to delay until after Billy.
Okay. E-foot.
Shazra keeps talking about fireballs. I'm gonna delay until after Shazra.
Okay. He's like my horse token, by the way.
Mm, pretty good.
All right, Shazra.
I'm gonna cast fireball.
Okay. Fireball on the phalanx. So,
Yep. So let's see.
well, they make the save,
They do make the save.
but they're going to take 75% of whatever the damage is because they take 50% extra damage for being a troop versus an AoE effect.
Yep.
Okay, 75% of 29 is
75%. I thought it was just 50%.
Well, it's because they're taking 50% and then they take an extra amount of damage because they're a troop.
yeah, so that'll be like 22, 23, I think 22. Okay. You hit them with a fireball.
And then I guess I'll use a swift action to spend 3 arcane pool points and recall the spell.
Okay. And yeah, you shoot the fireball at them. It looks like they are able in unison to like lift their shields up and shield themselves from it and are able to stop taking quite as much of the damage as they would have otherwise. Razok.
I was delaying
he-
till after Shazra.
Oh, sorry.
Oh yeah,
Ifrit.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, now that I see him throw a fireball, I will pull a bead off. I'm gonna just use one of my smaller ones. I'm gonna throw a 2d6 fireball.
You
Okay.
could wait till after me, and it might make it more effective.
No? How? How?
Okay. What's the DC for your fireball then?
Uh,
I'm guessing it's 14, so they probably failed.
I think so. I don't have that info for some reason right here. Wait. Was that a 2d6? Yeah, it was. Okay. Wait, was that a 2d6?
That
No,
looks like
was a
62.
D26.
It's 62.
Oh man. Okay. How do I roll 2 of these? I guess I'm just gonna have to roll twice.
No, you can do 2d6. You just did it backwards. You did 6d2 instead of 2d6.
Well, I'm clicking on the dice thing and I don't see a way to
Oh.
roll. I'll
Okay,
just
I don't.
type. I'll go double check the DC, but it's probably like 14 or 15 at the most.
I think it's got to be 14 at a minimum because it's a level 3 spell and you have to have 13 intelligence to cast it. So, like, items usually use the minimum, right? Generally speaking.
I think so.
And a minimum would be 14. So I'm just going to say they failed. But if you want to look up the DC if you're going to cast it again.
Yeah.
So they take 50% extra damage from it because it's AoE versus a troop. Razok, now it's your turn.
He will. He's gonna cast a Shield
Yeah,
of
it's
Faith
works.
on himself.
Okay. Is that it?
Yep, and that's it.
Okay. All right, the Phalanx troops, it's going to use its turn. Whoops, wrong bouton. I did not mean to make Hold on. What is going on? Okay. So they're going to. So they basically start running towards you.
All right.
Damn,
All right, Billy.
that somewhat ruined my plan, but it's okay. We'll do it anyways. I'm going to cast a spell called Geyser.
Geyser. Okay.
It has a long range, and there's a lot of text, but the long story short of it is in a 5-foot square, it sprays up 40 feet because I'm level 8 and does AoE damage on that 5-foot square. They take 3d6. They take.
Okay. I see reflex save, so I'll go ahead and roll that now.
There's a reflex save.
Okay, they failed the reflex save.
All right, 3d6 fire damage from boiling water on the 5-foot square. I'm just going to target like the middle of them. And then fall damage based on the height of the geyser. So since it's a 40-foot tall geyser, they would take
Okay.
4d6 fall damage for the however many of them are in a 5-foot square in the center. And
And it moves them to a square adjacent.
it moves them to, so that may not affect that much. But
No,
then-
the square adjacent to them is the same square. One of the same squares they're already in.
Then multiple paragraphs down. In addition, the geyser sprays boiling water in a hemispherical emanation around its square. Radius is half the height, so it's a 20-foot radius around that square. That those creatures take 1d6 fire damage each round as droplets of boiling water cascade on them.
Okay. So if you guys can find a way to keep them in there, then.
But that's why I was thinking, like, okay, well, I just knocked up the middle of their, troop or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it like disrupts their shields, formation.
All right, we'll go ahead and roll some damage.
Okay. So the middle people take 3d6, the middle 5 feet. However you want to roll that, I don't know. That's some good rolls.
Mm-hmm.
Those people also take the falling damage of 4d6. So that's the middle 5 feet.
Okay.
And does this radius each round? So I assume it does it start next round or this round?
So I think it starts immediately,
Kinda what I
but
was thinking.
like that's normally the. So that's in addition. So I think since they already took the 3d6, though, they're not going to take the 1d6 right now for this turn. But if they stay there, they will continue taking the 1d6. Does that make sense?
I mean, yes and no, because a bunch of the troop were not in the initial damage.
Yes, but I also did the whole damage to the whole troop because
Okay,
of the whole
so
troop. And they already took the extra 50% damage because I
okay,
counted
so
it as
I'm
AoE.
getting very good
Oh,
value.
you are still
then.
getting good value out of it.
Okay, so then yeah, if
But
they
yeah, if
stay
you keep
around
them there, then they'll take that 1d6 as AoE damage. So it'll
and that'll
be
last
an extra 50% of that.
concentration plus 1 round per level.
Okay.
So I'm not gonna concentrate though because they're moving. I'm almost sure,
Um.
but we'll see. That's it. That's me.
All right, then Vander, did you want to do anything still, or do you still want to keep holding?
I want to keep holding.
Okay. The wagon, since the end of the round, is going to continue forward with you guys still all on it, I believe. Nobody got off.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it moves 40 feet forward. Okay. Next round. So yeah, Vander, I'm assuming you're still delaying, or do you get off now that the wagons move forward?
Staying in the wagon.
Okay. Shazra.
I'm gonna shoot another fireball.
Okay. Sounds like a good plan. Well, I think they make the reflex save this again, so
They do.
okay. So they take half and then 75% in the end of, so it'll be about 16 damage, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. They once again are able to, even though they're a little bit in disarray because of getting hit by a geyser, they still are not disheveled enough to stop from at least some of them putting up a shield to block the effects of the fireball. Efoot.
Another small bead. I will check at them. A fireball.
Okay. Okay, well, they made the save, whatever the DC is. So they take 75% of 10, so they take 7 damage. And they're still up.
Yay.
Razok.
He will. How far away are they? Let's see. I can zoom out so much so I can see where they're at. 210 feet. I mean, he could shoot an arrow, but he'll just hold his action. He'll let the mages do their work.
So you're delaying for now?
Yeah, delaying for now.
Okay.
When they get within like 150, he'll probably hop off the cart.
Well, they're going to keep running forward,
Mm-hmm.
but that's a full round action for them to continue running.
Yep.
They do escape the geyser. Billy.
Well, they'll have to escape another geyser.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast it again.
It's like they failed their reflex save versus this one.
And we decided 3d6 plus 4d6.
Okay. They are still intact. At the end of the round, do you guys have the wagon continue moving towards them, or do you have it change course?
The wagon?
Or the
Does
carriage?
does your carriage have the ability to trample?
Hell
I mean,
no.
there's probably too many of them, anyways. Okay, well.
The horses are absolutely not like combat. Whatchamacallit. They are just quasi-real horses that just like go.
Yeah. So do you direct them to continue forward, or do you have them move any? Otherwise, they're just going to keep going forward 40 feet. I will say the phalanx looks like it's pretty barely still holding it together.
Yeah, they don't look so hot. No, I'm just gonna.
Like keep doing
I
its
think we
thing.
can just like let doing its thing, but like I don't know, I'll have the carriage like move, I guess, back a little bit because I think we could just take these guys.
Okay. Well, I won't be able to immediately just do a.
I'm ready to just get out in front.
So it'll like basically come to a stop and maybe turn like to start going. Like it'll make a 45-degree turn or a 90-degree turn here, kind of.
Yeah.
So it'll move forward a little bit to do that. So let's see here. They'll kind of. Oops. Let's actually select them both. Okay, it's not cooperating with me. Whatever. It moves here, and the wagon kind of follows. I guess I have to rotate this somehow. Oh god. Oh god. Whatever. Something like that. Whatever. I don't know if I put you guys back where you were relative to where you were before, but it's close enough. All right. Vander, you're up again.
70 feet.
Yep.
Is our carriage running away?
It's turning right now.
I'm just going to stay in it for now.
Okay. Shazra?
I'm tempted to just use 3 more arcane points to fireball them again. But then I won't have any arcana left.
Up to you. You think you'll need that arcana?
I guess I'll hit him with a scorching ray, right?
You can hit him with a scorching ray. That is something you can do.
I think I'll just do that.
You
I
get
got
2
rays.
scorching rays, right?
Yeah. Let's see. I don't know. Maybe they're not close enough. Because I only have... It's close range. I don't think they're close enough for Scorching Ray.
Yeah, they might be too far. They're about 70 feet away from you, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, you could hop off the carriage, I guess. Oh, they're 65 feet away.
Yeah, they're still too far out. I only have like 45 feet on this. Oh, you know what I will do? I'm gonna cast Vanish,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna step out of the carriage, drawing my scimitar.
Okay. E-foot.
While it's moving?
Yeah, it's not moving super fast.
Hmm.
I guess I could say he needs to make an acrobatics check to move off a moving carriage without like face planting or something. But although Shazra's pretty good at acrobatics, right?
Fairly good, yeah.
If I tried to step out of a moving car, I would be dead.
Well, it's not a moving car; it's a moving carriage.
Listen, this is a car in my futuristic head, okay?
Okay. Yeah,
I'm thinking
Shazra's
of the
fine.
internet and I'm thinking of cars, okay?
He makes the acrobatics check, so he's able to move off of it.
Besides, you guys don't even see me. I tell you guys, well, I'm gonna get ready to fight him on foot, and then I cast my Vanish spell, and then like I don't know, maybe you guys like just see like my cushions like rise, and then I'm not there anymore.
Oh, well, I hope I don't hit you with fireball because I'm gonna fireball him again.
Oh, that's good. I like
Okay.
that planny foot.
I'm just getting rid of all my small beads. Oof. Yikes.
What was the DC? Did we ever figure that out?
14? Yeah,
It is
it's
14. Okay, so they make it. So they take 3 damage.
Okay, well, I mean, it's the best I can do for now.
All right, Razak.
You 4 rounds.
Oh, wait, I'm gonna start a performance as well as a move action.
As a move action? Okay.
Yeah.
So Razok, you get a
Inspire.
courage.
And
This
yeah,
back to
yeah, I'm putting that buff on right now.
I might not even get to
And-
try my my new rules for troop and melee attacks.
Yeah.
Mhm.
E4 rounds. And remember, like, good damage is. He hasn't activated it because he hasn't found out that they're good. I just have it plugged in pretty much always.
Mhm.
So I don't have to.
Okay, so yep. You hit them with a few arrows, and that is enough to finish off the troop.
Oh, okay. Oh well, I only used a vanish.
He's like, all right, which ones are. He basically, like, chooses the healthiest looking ones.
Yeah,
And
it's a troop,
he's-
so
yeah.
they're not all 100% dead at this point.
Yeah.
I can go mop them up.
So if you can go around either execute them, but you could also, if you want to have, like, try to question someone or something like that as well.
I guess we could do that.
Take their supplies.
So
And send them
otherwise,
back.
everyone there is either unconscious or dead at this point. What do you do?
He just has his. Since there's a group of them, he'll just have his bow with an arrow knocked in it, and, like, basically playing them at gunpoint, like making sure they don't do anything stupid.
I guess just ask them if the rest of them are up there, where they came from.
So you, like, wake one of them up then and question him, I'm hearing?
Yeah.
Okay. Obviously he doesn't want to answer. He says, I don't even know what you think you're doing here. There's a lot more of us. They'll know something's up when we don't return.
Yeah, but what's all the commotion about? Why are there so many of you here anyway?
I don't want to tell you that.
Mm.
You'll never get anything from me, half demon.
Hmm. I guess we really don't need any information, right? We just know that they're here.
And in terms of stuff that you would be able to find, most of the gear, as per troops, ends up getting destroyed, but you would be able to salvage a couple of masterwork long spears if you'd like them. As well as a couple. Let's see, do they have a thing in here that be some heavy masterwork heavy shields as well if anybody wants a heavy shield?
Yeah,
Pretty
Billy
sure.
does for sure.
You could get a masterwork heavy shield and use it as a sled.
Exactly.
You could cast levitate on it and then somehow make thrust to go forward.
Let's see what's in my handy haversack. I don't remember.
There's a feat, like, I can't remember the name of it, but there's a feat that gives you, like, expanded options for floating disc, and that's one of the things you can do if you have that feat is you can ride it.
Yeah. Trying to decide if I want to intimidate.
I will take one of those and put it in my handy haversack.
One of the masterwork heavy shields.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know why, but you know, it has room. Like right now, only the side pouches are really filled. A little bit in the main, but you never know.
It is a so the shield has basically the emblem on it is a it's like a pair of hands that are like lined up, like they're facing towards you, like palm first, with the two thumbs kind of like lined up right next to each other, and the fingers kind of pointing to at an angle away a little bit, to opposite, to like the left and right.
Yeah.
And it's got like a set of like concentric circles kind of around it.
Right.
Basically the symbol for Rahadum. All right, do you guys just continue on then?
I think we just continue on.
I cut all their Achilles tendons and then move on.
Pluto's it wooden or steel?
Steel.
Okay, 15 pounds.
That's one way to stop people from following you. Like you leave people alive, you just cut their
Yeah.
Achilles tendons and just
I
keep
like
going.
your style. Very practical.
Like guys, he wouldn't do that. He's a good guy technically, but against evil people, I guess.
Are they evil?
Yeah, that's the thing. He's not a paladin, so he's not. He doesn't have detect evil on demand.
'Cause, I mean, this isn't Pedriarch. These are just some
Yeah,
mooks
they're
working for the Pure Legion.
Yeah. He's not. He wouldn't.
They might not even know what Pedriarch's doing. In fact, you think they almost certainly don't.
Yeah.
Although it's harder
Blind.
to say, because maybe the ones that are in here would know more than like ones you'd run out
Yeah.
in other places.
Well, I'm still sure that these guys are grunts, just following orders from probably one of the higher ups. Knows who Patriarch is.
Yeah.
Shit rolls downhill.
You have seen, you don't know if he knows who Pedriarch is specifically, but you have seen evidence that the leader of the Pure Legion, a man named Karsakim, you guys have seen evidence that he at least has interacted with Pedriarch, at least interact with Pedriarch's like alter ego of what was
That
the
elf.
name? The elf, yeah. I gotta scroll up into my notes again to find what name he was going under. Cacklin, that's what it was. You've seen evidence that at least Karsakim has interacted with Cacklin.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you guys continue further in then. And you guys are pretty squarely in this valley by the time the sun starts to set, and you haven't seen any other sign of the Pure Legion or anything else really of note by this point. Do you continue on in the night, or do you guys? Do you guys like stop? Actually, with the carriage, even how long does the carriage last?
The carriage lasts. It's not the whole. I
It's
don't think
hours
it's
per
the whole
level.
day, but it's
Okay,
it's a
so it
long time.
probably wears off in the late afternoon anyway. So I don't know if you recast it or if you continue on foot
level.
for a little while after it wears off.
We could go on foot for a bit.
Okay. So you continue on foot for a few more hours.
But then we can set up camp like once it gets dark.
Yeah. But yeah, and the sun starts setting.
I'd like to rest and get my Arcana points back anyway.
Let's roll. Somebody want to roll another perception or not perception? Well, I'll everyone roll perception checks as well while you guys are continuing on foot. But also a percentage die.
I can roll percentage.
Mm.
Come on, 100. Oh, Vanir did it first. Okay.
16, huh? Okay. As it's getting close to getting close into the evening, you actually do spot a large shape off in the horizon. Kind of you see like what? Let's see. Billy doesn't see it because it's too far away. But Razok and Vander do see what looks like it might be a large bird, like an impossibly large bird, land like kind of dip down into the mountains to the north of you
Mm.
and disappears like behind the crags. And it's quite a distance away when you spot it.
Nature. Watch nature. If I
Yeah, you can
think
roll
I
an
could-
odds. You can roll. You and
Oh, okay.
okay.
Stick to one. I think out of character. I
Yeah.
think I know.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're not 100% sure
Mhm.
what it is,
From this distance, at least.
especially not from this distance. Yeah,
Yeah.
you think that it's possible that maybe it could just be that it's like just a regular bird of prey of some sort, like like an eagle or a hawk, maybe.
Mhm.
And maybe it was just like you
It's
weren't
closer
seeing
than
right.
it appears.
Yeah, maybe it actually was just closer than you thought.
Mm.
But yeah, otherwise, it starts getting dark. You guys set up camp.
Yep. We're still like in the valley, or are we like a little bit farther?
Yeah, you guys are still in the valley, and I believe you guys have still been kind of following like the signpost, like the trail postings, basically.
Yeah. How
You're kind of at this
far?
point not looking like it's a like it's looking less and less like a solid like road, but there's still like indications of a like path, basically, and you can still see like spots where wagons and whatnot, like you can see like tire marks through, especially areas that are
Ruts.
yeah,
Ruts in the
especially
road.
areas that are less sandy. Like the sandier areas, there's not as much of a sign of that because the sand just blows around. But anytime you're in like an area where there's less sand and more like rock and dirt and whatnot, there's and when there's like signs of more vegetation.
How far is like the edge of the valley? Like from like we're in the middle of the valley. How far are the edges away? Is it like a big valley, or is this like?
Well, it's narrowing down as you're getting in.
Mhm.
So like kind of the cliffs to the north and south of you are probably still like a couple miles apart.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But
So it's not like it's not like we're going down a game trail. Valley.
No.
We're going down like a big.
So that's
Okay.
another thing too. When you guys camp, you don't have to camp right on the road. You guys could go
Yeah.
off the trail a little ways away.
Yeah.
And
That's probably what we do.
try to camp somewhere that's a little where you're less likely to have like a patrol or something that, or maybe
Mhm.
like a search party out looking for the other troop that you guys fought.
He also says we probably shouldn't have a fire because that's visible.
Oh. Well, I don't know. I mean, it gets cold in deserts, though.
Mm-hmm.
Efoot's a goblin, so she's like, "No fire."
No fire.
But that's like one of my favorite things.
Oh, we did just use a lot of fire.
True.
Mhm.
Okay. Somebody want to roll like a survival check to like find a
I can
hidden
do
off
that.
area?
Yep. Actually, I
will
will,
help.
because
Oh God!
chronologically.
Right there in the
Yeah, I'm
open behind that
assisting.
tiny rock.
I'm not assisting.
Billy and I fit behind it.
Yeah.
You're rolling a lot of 7s tonight. Oh, never mind. That was Vander. Oh, there we go.
Okay, and then the other thing I want from everyone while you guys are setting the camp up, if you could roll perception checks again for me.
Yep.
Hey. Vander, you notice as you guys are setting up camp that it looks like there is a group, like another troop moving. It doesn't look like they're moving towards you. It looks like they're moving along the path you guys were on before, and that they'll probably move past you. Razok probably notices this as well. Billy does not because they are too far away. Maybe Billy hears them. I guess it could. It could be indication from hearing based as well. But yeah, it sounds like they are moving past you. You think they'll probably come across, if they continue on that way, they'll probably come across the group that you guys fought before, or their remains rather. But so
How
you think?
long do we think that it'll take for them to find it?
Well, they're moving on foot, so they probably won't. If they find it, it won't be until either the next day, most likely, if they do continue on all the way there. Assuming they don't turn around before then at some point, or like much later in the night, because you guys fought them several hours ago, and you guys were traveling on wagons, so
All right.
for like most of that trip. So
Yeah, let's just let them go and avoid them.
Razak, I guess, with 31. He's going to be looking for like a place that we can have a fire for everybody that's not going to be visible.
Okay.
okay, well, you rolled really good on the survival check, so I'm gonna say you do find a spot that's like close to one of the crags, either to the north or south, depending on which way you want to go. Do you go to the north or south? I guess that is actually potentially relevant.
We go north.
Okay. Towards where you saw the bird.
Oh. Yeah, go south.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can find a spot that's like kind of nestled between like basically kind of there's like a jutting in between like some cliffs basically to the like to your east and west. So and it kind of overhangs a little bit. So that would help kind of like
shade
mask the smoke a little bit. And then as long as you don't put it, you're just using like dry wood and not putting, you can minimize the amount of smoke, especially with how good a survival roll on it. I say you do an exceptional job at that.
And I guess when he's done setting up camp, he'll say you take first watch. He has dark vision, and the first he'll grab his bow out and he'll step out of the crag like to where like he's not blinded by the night, like blinded by the fire, so he'll like keep his night, like he has dark vision, but it's still like light would attract his eyes. And then he's gonna cast a spell too and make it to where no one can see him. He's gonna blend with surroundings, He's gonna cast that spell last 10 minutes per level. I mean, it's only never mind. It's only 20 minutes. I
Okay.
guess he'll save that for if he spots something. He can
So you're taking first watch. Who's taking? How many watches you guys doing? Like just 3 watches, or like 3 4 hour watches? Are you guys doing like
That's
4?
even if they
Probably
want to do a watch.
for
Yeah.
2 hour. I mean, I can take a watch on my own. Just I'm gonna wake someone up if I hear anything
Mm-hmm.
because I can't actually see what it is.
It's just gonna be a fox that comes and snags you, thinking that you're like a normal rabbit, and you're gonna just nuke the shit out of it.
Mind thrust, a random fox trying to. That'll be like
Overkill. Okay. Yeah. And so
okay. Well, who's taking what watch then?
I'll take second.
I'll take the last watch, preferably with someone, but doesn't have to be. I guess.
I'll join you.
Okay, Efoot and I will take the last watch.
Well, Evander, you taking a watch?
Sure.
He's like, I'll say I'll take third watch, but then I'm gonna sleep through it.
Which watch are you going to be on then? There already are 2, so you want to maybe join Billy for his watch then.
Efoot's joining.
Oh, Efoot's joining Billy. Okay, so maybe joining either Shazra's or Razok's watch. Do you have a preference?
Razok.
martial characters. As of right now.
All right. So during your guys' first watch, actually, after the sunset, you do see like some lights. Basically, you guys are kind of, off closer to there, and you're basically on a hill looking down on the road from quite a distance away. And you can see that there's like a wagon. Basically, it looks like it is actually a series of 3 wagons moving along the road towards the fort. And they're covered. It looks like they maybe are carrying like cargo or something like that. And it's being escorted by it says being escorted by 2 troops, like one at the front and one at the back.
Back, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it doesn't seem like they notice you guys. It's dark, obviously. Your fire's probably not even running anymore, or if it is, it's like
Just calls.
it's hidden well enough that they can't see it from the
Yeah.
road because it's nestled into the cliffside there. But and they're just passing by. I'm assuming you guys just kind of keep watch as they move past
Yeah.
without doing anything. You don't go wake everyone up.
Nah. Not like an immediate threat.
Okay. And then it just continues on and disappears into the west.
Oh, rat.
And then I'm assuming maybe you tell Shazra about it when you wake him up for his watch.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye out.
Okay. Shazra, nothing happens during your watch, and then same thing for Billy and Efoot. Nothing happens during your guys' watch as well, and it gets to morning. You can go ahead and hit the night's rest button again.
Ooh, yay. Let's see if it works for me this time.
If not, I will click it for you.
I actually didn't really do anything, so I don't think it's going to make a difference, but...
You used 1 round of Bardic Performance, I know.
Yeah, but that I manually at a...
Ah.
Well, I have no idea if it did anything, but I don't think that matters.
I will be right back. I never went out to my car to go. I need to. Kind of went straight into it.
Sure.
So yeah, next morning you guys get up, pack up your camp.
Yep, we're probably gonna be heading for where we saw those Legion people coming from.
Well, the ones you guys saw last night are actually heading the same direction you guys were this time. You would think that it's possible, although you don't have any way to know for sure, that that some of the ones that were coming back with the wagons were the same ones that you guys saw heading that way. So it was possible that they were moving out to meet up with those wagons, or they changed their plans because of information that they got.
Hmm. Well, once we get ready, I'll conjure the carriage so we can continue moving.
Okay. Anybody want to roll a D100?
This time I'll do it. Did we get 78 before?
Yes, we did. Because that's what I rolled.
Okay. It's like that looks familiar.
Yep. I gotta take those off.
All right, and you guys are riding the carriage again.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Assuming summoned by
Yeah,
Shazra?
I conjure it.
Okay.
Okay.
He's gonna look around and see what like wildlife, like other wildlife
Okay. Sure.
is in the area. Being the hunter, he wants to know what prey's in the area. Let's do
I'm not sure I feel
survival.
comfortable with this.
Yeah, if he didn't know you're who you were, probably would have killed you.
You don't kill things that can talk to you, though, right? As far as like for hunting.
No, yeah, he doesn't kill intelligent
Okay. Okay. Just
intelligent
making sure.
creatures other than magical beasts that fuck with them. I mean, there's those out there too. One of his favorite enemies is animals because he's a hunter.
Well, I won't take it personally because I wasn't born this way.
Do you guys want to roll perception checks for me as well?
Uh-oh.
All right.
I don't know if I can ever play a character that doesn't have a good perception.
It's pretty rough.
Yeah, It's just that one skill that, like, no matter what, I don't care. If I only got 2 skill points, I'm putting in.
It's part of
at least
why
I only got
s-
2 ranks in my perception.
in second edition Pathfinder they
I just thought the other
decided
people make
they
it.
decided to just not have perception be a skill, and they just
So,
make it so like
everybody.
it's just your character level. Like it's
Mhm.
basically just assumed you always put a point in perception.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I've had characters where I don't do perception, rely on the
For me-
party to see things.
For me, the thing that I like, Phil, is line of sight. Like vision, like daytime vision. I feel like you should be able to see as far as you can see. Like I know they have a limit, for like combat and stuff, but
Well, there's like
So-
it's written to the
Detailed
perception. It's written to the perception rules for like the penalty for distance, right?
yeah. I don't know. It's just, and then like, I guess low light. You do have low light, so you could see stuff and stuff like that. Yeah.
So like just noticing
Mm.
somebody that is not trying to hide is just a DC 0, right? But you add 1 to that for every 10 feet away they are.
Okay.
Um,
That's part of me never being
so if somebody's
in depth.
if somebody's
GM.
200 feet away, all of a sudden it's a DC 20, right?
Yeah. It's also me always playing with Matt, and Matt knows all the.
hmm And then of course,
all
Yeah,
the
well,
rules,
if
so,
size will make a difference as well, right? So like
yeah,
if a
distance
creature is
large.
It's really
Yeah.
small.
yeah, then it gets a lot easier. So with the 23 perception and the 21 perception, Vander and Razok, who have actually been the ones that spotted things most of the time, which
Yeah.
makes sense. You guys have good
I
perception.
would if I didn't have.
Whereas Ifrit
30
and
foot or 30
Shazra have kind of
range.
not great perception.
I wonder if we put true sight goggles on your character to where, or like if there's a way that we can make it to where you see normal, like not rabbit eyes.
It's part of my class curse, so it
Oh,
probably
okay.
is written into it that you.
Can't.
Oh wait, is it?
Yeah.
No,
No, it's part of my race. Spoiler alert.
All right. Well, what do
I
we
was
see?
thinking of the blind oracle. It's not that.
it does work somewhat
It's
similar to the
similar to
blind
that,
oracle.
but-
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but it's not that.
Okay, so yeah, you notice you actually notice that large bird again. You guys see it fairly early with your high perception roll, where it's flying towards you, and you see it from like let's see how far, like about 300 feet away. And it looks like it's up about 100 feet in the air, but yeah, it does look like
There's
it's
nothing
flying.
for it.
It does look like it's flying towards you. Yeah, at the speed it's currently flying, you think it'll take probably around 3 or 4 rounds for it to get to you.
All right.
Well, no,
Yeah.
actually, it could get to you if it goes full
It
speed.
dives.
It could,
Yeah.
like dives towards you. It could get to you within like 2 rounds. So
Yeah.
So basically, you guys will both have real quick. You'll have like a surprise action if you'd like to do something as it's flying towards you, and then I'll be putting you guys on a map. So when you spot it, it's 300 feet away, but you think it's probably going to like do basically a run action flying towards you. Like it's moving pretty quick, or at least maybe a double move, and then it's probably gonna be within like 150 feet when we go into initiative.
So surprise round action. He's gonna try to identify it first, since it's
Knowledge
close
nature?
now. Yep. Let's see if he gets the full bonuses on it. Oh gosh. Well,
Yep, you could just tell that it is a large
giant
bird.
all right. Then he's gonna knock his bow, and try to shoot it. Since is it down tilt at all? Like, is it coming down, or is it just flying above us?
It does look like it's descending down
Okay,
towards you.
then yeah. He's gonna knock a slow burn arrow. And he's gonna try a bullseye shot. All that.
Okay.
And just give me a sec to pull that all up.
So it is within your second range increment.
Yep.
Because it is 100 feet away. Over 100 feet away, actually.
Not point blank, but it's a +4, attack bonus +2, so that's +6. Right, a single. And the slow burn arrow, what it does is if it hits the next round on my turn, it ignites basically and causes 1d6 of fire damage.
Okay.
Well, 2.
A 2. That's not good.
Yep.
Yeah, so the arrow does not hit the bird.
Yep.
Vander, do you have anything you would like to do for a surprise round action?
No.
Okay. I already put you guys on this map. Okay. All right. Let me hit the active encounter button here, and everyone can roll initiative.
Wow.
Not a 7.
Freaking.
The rock rolled a 7. That's like the feather in Zelda.
It's so funny. Is my
This
character
is not
does
supposed
it?
to have the
My-
name. Sorry, Pluto.
my
Okay,
char-
Your character doesn't know
My-
it's a
my-
rock, but you knew
no,
it was
my-
immediately.
Yeah, I knew it was a rock the second we saw it the first time. Gotta love
Yeah,
I think
by
somebody-
description, I was like, this is probably a
it.
rock.
Yeah,
I think
rock.
somebody
And it's-
somebody guessed rock when you guys found the carrion as well.
Yeah, I did. Because I was like, this looks eerily familiar. And I know their terrain is desert mountains too.
Yeah.
That's what we ran into one and Rain of Fire in the desert mountains.
Ron, I'm missing initiative from you.
Let me zoom in and find my token real quick.
Yeah,
Yep,
that's a pretty big
good.
map. I reconfigured the start for this map to be like closer, but you guys were already loaded in when I did it because, yeah, I are good at this Foundry program. All right, E-Foot, you see a bird. It's 80 feet up in the air and 120 about feet away, I think. 160. Yeah. 160. So it could potentially get to you if it does like a charge or something, but if it does like a dive bomb towards you.
Yeah. Let's see here.
It's not on the map yet, right?
It is on the map. It's up to the north of you.
We don't see it.
We're on the map that says copy. I don't know if that's the same you're on.
We're on the same map we were on before.
Oh
for
yeah, you're right. I have you.
fight.
I have you on the wrong map. Okay, my bad.
Okay.
How about now? Do you guys see it now?
Aha, yes.
It is. It's because it is supposed to.
Yeah.
It's basically supposed to be on the same map, but yeah.
We could just let it take the horses. They're not even real.
If it wants the horses.
It probably
But can
wants
it
the
even
horses.
grab them? That's the question.
Yeah, there's
They're
something
physical?
there.
Yeah, they're quasi real. They're like shadow conjurations. So yeah.
Yeah, but they're physical. Like they. Can
Yes,
be...
they are physical.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, can certainly try. I will. I probably can't fascinate it. Golly. Well, I saw Razok already shoot an arrow, so I'm gonna go ahead and inspire courage just in case he wants to shoot more.
Okay.
Yep.
And cower inside the courage.
All right. Billy.
I can't see it.
True.
Yep. I'm gonna cast freedom of movement on myself, extended
Well,
style,
you're just gonna have to take our word for it.
so I don't get grabbed.
Okay.
Because when I hear bird, it probably coming after rabbit. Granted, I can't see how big it is.
I think you might be too small for this bird.
Shazra. Yeah, it is a pretty big bird. This is a bird that has an 80-foot wingspan and weighs up to 8,000 pounds.
Wow,
It is pretty big.
that's like 8,000 billies.
What, you weigh a pound?
Maybe not, but
I'll cast well, I guess I'll just start buffing myself. I gotta cast mage armor.
Okay.
Have my blade in hand. Are we stopping our carriage to fight this thing?
That is up to you.
It's just coming after us while the carriage is going.
I think just keep going.
It
Don't
looks like
make
it's
it easy
about to
on it.
dive bomb towards you.
Maybe I should cast freedom of movement on the horses that can't grab them.
I mean, maybe, but
That
also
would have been funny.
also
can
these
grab the
horses
carriage.
have like 12 hit points, so they're
Yeah.
not they're not very likely
Yeah.
to like. It
I'm
doesn't
gonna
need
get
to.
out of the carriage.
Yeah. I'm definitely going to too. Use it as cover.
Oh,
Yeah, I want to be behind the carriage, basically.
Okay.
I want to stay in the carriage.
Well, if it picks it up, then
Yep.
you're you'll be
Then I'll
airborne.
get out.
Billy cannot be grappled, but then it just grabs the carriage
Yeah,
The
anyway.
whole thing that you're riding in.
Okay, actually, that's a good point. I probably should get out of the
I'm gonna
carriage.
grab me a carriage with a canned Billy in it.
All right, yep, that's my turn. I cast a spell and I move.
Canned rabbit. Delicious. Yep, so this thing does in fact charge.
Bye,
boy.
guys.
Charges the horse, the quasi-real horse,
All right.
with one of its talons. So let's see. I believe a 19 will hit the horse, and it does 26 damage to the 12 hit point horse, killing it. And it does get a free grab attack, so it will pick up the corpse of the horse. So it is currently now, it says it dove down, it is now currently 10 feet in the air. And that's its turn. It also has a penalty to its AC because it charged. Where'd my combat tracker go? There it is. Okay. Vander.
So it's up in the air?
Yeah, the rock is 10 feet up in the air right now. So it is in the air. It is relatively reachable though. is currently holding the corpse. Actually, since it's a summoned horse, it grabs the corpse of it, but since it's not real, it's a summoned. It just disappears, right? So, yeah, it immediately realizes it's been bamboozled. So now it just looks angry.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, the carriage probably is no longer moving because now it only has one horse pulling it.
Yeah.
I mean, it probably can continue on with one horse at a further reduced speed, but at the moment, it's going to take a second before it starts moving again, if it does at all.
Yeah.
I'm going to say, like, when it grabs that, the carriage does come to, like, a pretty sudden jerking halt.
Yeah.
I also point out it is flying using wings, so if you damage it, it will have to make fly checks to avoid crashing to the ground. So that is something you guys can use to your advantage as well.
I'm going to climb out and stand on top of the carriage.
Okay. So you're up 10 feet up in the air yourself?
Yeah.
All right. And then you still have a standard. You want to, like, ready in action or something?
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I'd ready in action to
Okay.
Yeah.
Although I will point out to you that you recognize that this does have a 15-foot reach from when it grabbed the horse.
Okay.
So I don't know if that's going to affect what you want to do, but all right. So Vander's on top of the carriage. Razok.
He's gonna full round it.
Okay.
All the slow burn arrows.
Okay. 15 misses, but the 30 does hit. So your many shot hits.
Yep. So it's just normal damage, and then next round to do, since it's 2 arrows, we'll do 2d6 of fire damage.
And it needs to make a fly check. It actually lands on the ground as it takes the damage. It's not able to maintain its flight. It crashes into the ground, taking additional 5 points of damage. Kicking up sand all over the place, and yeah. Now it's even more angry.
All right, and that's his turn.
Gives a loud, deafening screech as it hits the ground. All right,
A
Efoot.
deafening screech that you have to save from?
No.
Oh,
Well, that's pretty good.
Knowledge nature, by the way, if you have it.
Well, my bird, of course I do. Let's at least give that a shot.
There you go. You know that this is a rock, which I think all the players have figured out, obviously. I think it says it's a rock and the combat tracker even.
The only thing I care about is, does it have fire resistance?
No, rocks, in fact, they're not even magical beasts. They're just regular animals. They're not, I mean, I say regular animals, but
yeah, they're large.
Yeah, they are gargantuan. They have an intelligence of 2. They do not have any sort of special abilities. They are just very, very big birds. They do have a decent amount of, like, feats. Like, they can do flyby attacks. They can grab with their talons. So that's kind of a lot of times what they will try to do is swoop down, grab someone with a talon attack, and then continue moving while holding their target. But it was at a distance it had there. It couldn't really do a flyby attack, so it planned to just grab it and then fly. The fact that normally flyby attacks provoke, but since it has a 15-foot reach, most things that it tries to hunt are not able to retaliate because it just outreaches them. But they are not very nimble, and if you are able to hit them with ranged attacks, a lot of times it will have a difficult time flying, as was demonstrated by those arrows knocking it down there. But yeah, no resistance to fire.
We're 10 feet in the air.
Nope, it's actually on the ground now. Because it got shot. It was 10 feet in the air, but then Razok hit it and it
I
failed
lost
its fly check.
altitude.
Yep.
Okay. Really? It failed its flight check? It doesn't have. It has poor flight?
Yep.
Mhm. It's a gargantuan
Wow.
creature with that weighs like 8,000 pounds. So
Yeah, but there's some gargantuan creatures that have
True.
It's also
good
not a
flight.
magical beast.
it's not a
Yeah.
magic
not
beast,
a-
though. It's just a regular old
Oh.
gigantic bird.
Okay. That thing's really big and scary. I'm gonna throw a fireball at it.
Okay. Yes, use all of your necklace.
I'll just buy another one. It's good.
It's true.
I'm gonna throw a 4d6.
Okay. So it's going to get a reflex save.
Oh god, that was a shitty roll.
It makes its reflex save.
Damn.
So it takes half of 9.
Rough. I'm continuing my performance.
You almost did as much damage as the 10-foot fall did to him, so.
Yeah, it was a bad roll.
All right, and continuing your bardic performance.
Yeah.
Billy. I think you can actually see this thing now.
Yep. You said nature, right?
Yes.
Da-
Yep, you know the same things that Efoot knows. Anything specific you want to know?
Is it affected by mind affecting? I assume it
Oh,
is.
yes. Yes, it is. It
Okay.
only has intelligence of 2, though. It's an animal, so if it's something that doesn't work on animals, it won't work on it.
Okay.
And like language-based stuff won't work on it.
I'm gonna stay in the carriage if I can, just because I like it. And is this gonna work? I don't know. Let me double check. The ground is earth or sand or stone, right? Sand.
Mhm.
It is,
Sandy
yeah,
earth.
it is. And,
Um,
yeah, it's not like the map makes it look sandier than it probably actually is.
That's fine.
But
It's like Mojave Desert
And
sand, where
it's on the
compacted
ground
and-
right
yeah,
now, right?
it
Fully
is
on the ground.
It is fully on the ground.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Earth Tremor and a 30-foot line at it.
Okay.
Maybe I'll like step up a little bit. So, I don't know if I can like see out the back or something, but or if do I need to get
Yeah,
out of the cart
See
to see it?
through. You can see through the door there. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Sure. Okay, I cast 30-foot line aimed right at the rock.
Okay. So let's see. It makes a reflex save first, right?
So reflex save. And he's gonna take 8d4 half on save.
Okay. He makes this. He makes the save.
I thought they were bad reflex, you said.
No,
Flight.
it's bad
Yeah,
at
bad
flying.
flight,
It's good at
okay.
reflex though.
Okay, so it's gonna be half of this, which is 8d4.
Its only bad save really is will.
Alright, so it takes 12.
It's an animal.
Yeah.
My thought here was if it fails the save. Oh, it's medium or smaller or knocked prone. Okay, I was thinking I could knock it prone, but it's too big. Anyway, I do like 12 damage.
I think it's actually already prone as well because it
Is
fell. It fell.
I was just like,
Oh,
is there
this
anything I
guy.
can do to like stop it from easily just getting up and flying? But oh well, I still do some damage. That's my turn.
Okay. Hey, when I hide my combat tracker behind another window. All right, Shazra.
Well, It is prone.
Yep.
Makes firing array a little bit awkward.
Yeah, but also you know that even with it being prone, its touch AC is very
Pretty bad.
low because it is our gargantuan creature. It's got a -4 penalty to AC from size.
Well, I'm going to throw up a shield on myself.
Okay.
And we'll see if I have to fight this in melee after all.
So is that it? Just cast shield and then do you move
And
anywhere?
I'm going to move closer so that I can do melee stuff.
Okay. All right, the rock's turn. It is going to stand up from prone.
The rock.
It's going to 5-foot hop over and attack the thing that knocked it from the air.
Hey, I 5-foot hop.
Which is it's going to try to go after Razok.
Mhm.
Is going to attempt to claw at Razok with one attack because it had to stand up from prone.
All right.
A 21.
It hits. Literally hits my AC dead on.
Okay, so he does 22 damage.
We don't have haste, do we?
No.
Okay.
And then he's going to attempt to grab as well. This should actually be a little lower because he power attacked. What was the power attack penalty? So this is actually I guess it's actually the number there because he gets a +4 versus grapple, but he has a -4 for power attack. So 32 probably beats your CMD, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yep.
he grabs a hold. Oh, actually, hold on. He was trying to grab you so that he's not grappled himself. So, which is a -20. So actually, he probably doesn't get you because that actually is only a 12.
Yeah, that doesn't get me.
Okay. Yeah, because he doesn't want to be
Wouldn't
grappled
be able to
himself.
fly
He
off,
wants to
yeah.
grapple you and then still be able to fly.
Mm-hmm.
Grab me, you silly bird.
So that is his turn.
All right.
All right, Vander.
Um. mm, I'm gonna stay on top of the. I guess I'll just say already in action.
In case it moves even closer.
Yeah,
Because I mean, you know, it's already attacking people from where it's standing at the moment, right?
I guess that's
'Cause it's
true.
got a
Yeah.
15-foot reach.
Because
I know it's tough because because of that reach also makes it hard for you to close, right?
yeah, like I could jump at him, but I don't. By raw, I don't think I could attack while jumping. Right.
No, you can.
Hmm.
And he's on the ground. Remember?
Oh, he's on the ground. Okay.
Yeah,
You
he
could
got hit with
acrobatics
an
to move
arrow,
towards
and he failed his fly check. So he
And
plummeted
then
to
he
the
just
ground,
stayed on the ground.
and he just stayed on the ground. He tried to attack Razok, and then he was basically what he tried to do is he tried to grab Razok this turn, and then he was going to try to fly away the next turn, but he failed the grapple check because he was trying to do it in such a way that he wouldn't be grappled himself, so he could fly.
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna I guess jump off and attack it. So
Okay. So you do an acrobatics to avoid
yeah.
the AOO then. Okay. He does have a high CMD, so. But your acrobatics is very good. So yeah, no attack opportunity.
Okay. So, okay, yeah. So I think I fixed these macros. Don't have that. All right, cool.
Yeah, if I remember, you can like attack him with like a swift action as well, right?
If I hit my, oh, that's if I go through him.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you didn't go through him. You
Yeah,
just
I
went
don't.
through
I
his
won't
square.
have to. Yeah. Okay.
You could theoretically beat his CMD +5 because you beat him. He's beat a CMD, or you matched his CMD with an 11. So I mean, it's like
All right. So
it is doable.
that single attack plus
Okay.
10. That right?
Yep. Assuming that is correct, then that will hit.
Yeah, it's correct.
What's the? Oh, is it a vital strike? Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. He takes 19 damage then. He is still up at the moment. Screeches out in pain, flaps his wings a little bit, kicking up sand everywhere. But he is still up. Razok
I'm gonna roll a 2d6 of the.
for the burning arrows.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna fall. I have 5 foot because I'm technically in its reach, and that'll prevent if I don't.
All right.
So I gotta switch on measure. Heck. What is it?
I think that
He's
technically
there.
is out of his range.
Yeah. I measured it, and then he's in full round. Same with burning arrows again.
Okay.
Oh gosh.
17 and 18, those both miss.
Yep. And that will be his turn.
All right, E-Foot.
Um,
And you had Inspired Courage on, right? Yeah, you did. Okay.
yeah.
Vander, I think Vander forgot to put Inspired Courage on, though, so actually he would have done a little bit more damage.
Does it look pretty hurt?
Yes, it looks very badly hurt.
Da, 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 da. I guess I'm gonna try to stagger it
Okay.
with a piercing shriek.
So that's a Fortitude save.
Yeah.
Okay. It makes its Fortitude save.
Oh, dang.
And no effect otherwise. Saver
Negates.
nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, save negates. Okay. Billy?
Okay. I think I'm just gonna mind thrust it. Seems like a good plan.
Okay.
Do. Hit the bouton. And will DC 18. Oh, it rolled a 1.
It rolled a 1.
So take 17 mental damages.
All right, Shazra, you're up. Last one before it goes.
Yay, maybe I get to kill it.
Maybe.
I'm going to move towards it to get into melee.
Okay, it will take an attack opportunity.
Okay, let me see. Just check my AC is correct.
Going to use its bite.
It should be correct.
Does a 20 hit you?
No, my AC is currently 25.
Okay. So it misses. You're now next to it.
All right, I'm going to attack it. I'm going to use some Arcana to plus and keen my sword. And we'll make a single attack. Oh yeah, baby.
All right, you critically hit the rock, killing it outright.
Dang.
I slash at its face, and with the tip of my sword, I
Oh yeah, it just
jab
tries to
it into
bite
its
you as you
eye.
run in, and you just like
I gouge its
Yeah.
eye out.
gives a shriek and thuds onto the ground, probably right towards where you and Vander are. But you guys are pretty dexterous and are able to move out of the way. And we're out of combat.
Noise.
All right. Well,
A large
well, good job, everybody.
8,000-pound bird lies at your feet.
Mhm.
Your carriage only has one horse now.
It has one horse. It's a bit annoying.
It can still
Well,
move. It's just going to be slower.
Malice, there's your meat you wanted.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, were
He
you?
actually did.
I forgot. Were you? You would have had favored enemy for this, right? Because it's an
Yeah,
animal.
but it's my lowest favorite enemy, so it's still only +2.
Okay. So yeah, that would
Yeah.
you still would have missed with
Yeah.
those rolls.
Yeah, I still had it plugged in because my vicious aim is half of 4, so it's 2 anyways. So
Oh, okay.
I was still plugging it all in. He actually will harvest it. He's gonna get some
Okay.
meat and then feathers and stuff.
And while you're doing that, you notice that there's actually a little ribbon tied around one of its talons.
A ribbon.
Mm-hmm. A little pink ribbon.
Little pink ribbon.
Oh, it's for breast cancer awareness.
That's right. It is the breast cancer awareness bird.
What the hell is this?
If you remove the ribbon and inspect it, it has some text sewn into it, and it says the Osiriani word for princess.
What?
Hmm.
It's somebody's pet?
Not
Indeed.
anymore. Man, we just come into this land, we're just killing everything we find.
I mean,
That's
it
okay.
attacked
It
us.
attacked us for first. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. He harvests like a couple pounds of meat, and then he'll take like.
I wish I had more talents in necromancy. This would be such a cool thing to use animate dead on.
All right, so you harvest Princess the Rock.
Yeah. And he'll say a prayer to
I wonder if that's even something I can use.
his deity while he's harvesting that, saying,
I mean, it's an 8,000-pound bird, so you can get as much meat as you can carry, pretty much.
yeah. He'll get like 2 pounds per person. Or yeah.
Sure.
Well, I can take the shield out of my handy haversack and put a bunch in there. If you want?
Yeah,
I mean, sure.
if it
At a certain
doesn't
point,
rock.
at a certain point, you'll have
It'll
too
go
much.
bad.
Yeah, and it'll just.
Yeah.
Well, I say a bunch. I mean, the handy haversack holds 80 pound middle pouch, I believe.
He'll do like
But-
he'll keep a couple pounds out, and as we're like traveling, he'll like prepare like
Ooh,
basically he'll try
see.
to turn it like a pound of it into jerky,
All right.
and so it'll probably be easy in the desert. Like he'll hang off the back of the carriage and let it dry out.
Oh, I don't have any salt. I have pepper though,
I'm sure.
from
he-
the
unfortunately,
Asomoy
Amida is
Monastery
not
in Maniket.
on the mega spell.
Yeah, you guys never sold it.
Wait, sold the pepper?
Yeah.
No, this was like I just took some for my own like
Oh,
seasoning
okay.
vegetables,
Mhm.
so it's not
Okay.
gonna be like a huge amount.
I do remember that you guys found like some spices and stuff that was,
Yeah.
I had said was trade goods, but I assumed you'd sold it. So this is like a
I
little bit of
think- yeah.
leftovers.
Yeah, this was just like I took some for myself.
You kept a little bit.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was hoping I had salt in there too, but I didn't take salt.
My guy does. He has
Oh,
like
okay.
all the preppings for all that stuff. He's
Well, any
That's
salted meat
it.
that you want to
Basically-
like cure or
basically
whatever,
this.
I can
This
hold
is
it
his.
into my handy haversack.
This was his trade. This is what he was doing in the city for the downtime. Is he was hunting and like selling
Hunting
stuff.
things like rocks.
Yeah,
Well,
Not
maybe
rocks,
maybe
but-
not rocks specifically.
but yeah,
Yeah, rocks are pretty much like the perfect CR for you guys. They're CR9s, so
yeah. I was trying to convince Matt when we were playing Legacy of Fire of giving me one as an animal companion, but it ended up turning into a giant vulture animal companion.
The vulture was almost as big as a rock anyway.
Fuck anyways. Yeah. It was at the huge stage. If like we progressed, I think like another level or two would have got to the gargantuan.
I think rocks are like you can't. They have rules for being able to have a rock companion. Like
They do.
If
Yeah,
you get one at level
yeah.
1, it starts out as a medium creature, but
Yeah. We're playing a kind of a special campaign. It was my first ever game, so we were kind of a little more lenient on the rules. It was
Yeah.
also like we killed its mom, and there's AIDS in its nest, and we had a year downtime in between like that
Oh, yeah.
event and like the next part of the campaign. So like my guy raised the egg and like bonded with it, and
yeah, that's kind of neat.
yeah.
I was wondering actually if this rock had like a nest somewhere, but since it had a ribbon setting princess, maybe
It might.
lives at some kind of palace.
Yeah, this is
It's
royalty.
It could
Yeah.
possibly be a mommy.
Could be, and those of you that made your knowledge nature check would actually know that rock eggs are extremely valuable. A single intact like rock egg, assuming it's like a fertilized rock egg, is can net 4,000 gold pieces if transported to
Wow.
market undamaged.
It's pretty good.
Okay, yeah, we
Because-
should.
Yeah, being able to get a rock chick is
Highly desirable.
yeah, and like being able to raise one because they tend to, if you raise a rock from when it's a chick, they
Yeah,
tend to
it
be
Bond.
it bonds with you. Like it'll see you as its mommy,
Yeah.
even when it's gargantuan.
Are we a little bit busy to be worrying about
Yeah.
the delicacy of an egg?
Well, just selling it.
I mean,
To who? We're in the middle of the desert.
I'll put it in my handy haversack. I don't know if you gave me any meat to cure.
I think
I mean,
Yeah.
I know someone who
You
will,
did.
Okay.
come to us if we have good enough stuff to trade to them.
You mean
Soul
the,
lady.
The person. You mean the person that I'm gonna kill? Already
No,
got a plan.
I'm thinking. I think I need to use that contact some more because, like, I'm seriously considering trying to get animate dead now somehow.
Mhm.
But I need onyx gems for that spell.
You could
don't
get it
know
with
cheap.
You can get it with pretty easily with Magus Arcana or whatever. What do they call those? Am I thinking of the right thing? You get the spell blending.
Probably.
It lets you pick spells from the wizard spell list.
Well, we're at level 8, right? So I would have to take it next level, which is convenient.
Yeah. Did I did not hit the end combat button yet.
But yeah, I need the onyx gems. That's the only very particular part.
Well, you can still use a carriage. It's probably not any faster than you guys would move on foot at this point, although it's not really any slower. So, but you won't be going as quick now unless you resummon it to get
Yeah,
some new
might as
horses.
well.
Or if somebody has a separate like mount spell they can cast, I guess.
Nope.
Contribute a horse to the carriage. So. It'll still move. Yeah, it just won't go as fast. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, we can save our energy at least. You only summon one a day.
Well,
I could do it again, but it would take a lot of
it's a
my
level
Arcana.
3 spell, so it's
Yeah, but
it's a lot of
also
resources.
we know that it's going to end before the end of the day, right? How long
It'll
does
end
it
of the day
last? Like
before the
8
end of the day
hours.
anyway, right? Yeah.
So if you casted another one, it would probably last till we want to camp. So it might be worth it.
It
I guess
might
how far are
be,
we
but
going, and how far
This
along are
happened.
we?
This happened about 3 hours into the day.
Okay. And then how far are we going? Like where are
You
we
don't
going?
know. You don't know.
we don't know. I'm not too worried about it. I'd rather keep all my Arcana for now.
Okay.
I
If
might have to
if the pace,
fireball a bunch of.
You don't think it could
deletion.
be too much further before you run into like the end of this valley, because it's not a pass. It is a valley,
Yeah.
so it can't be deeper than the mountain range itself.
Okay.
if we're gonna stick with the one horse and the pace isn't gonna be as fast, he's gonna walk ahead of about like
That's fine.
500 feet. That way he can like signal if we're coming up on something and we're not
Okay.
just like all in a wagon. And he'll kind of like keep off to the side of the trail a little bit, like in between the trail and like the rough terrain, basically. But still in like side of the group.
All right, we'll go ahead and
He's basically being a scout.
I won't even need you to roll anything for this. As you're going ahead, you actually do spot a structure, and there's a little bit of like looks like smoke, not like it's burning or something, but like from like chimney smoke, basically. Like you see like what you think might be a fort up ahead.
He'll use his hand to like signal the carriage to stop.
Okay.
And he'll walk back towards the group.
And this is as you guys are getting close to it, the valley is narrowing quite a bit at this point. You can tell like you're kind of getting to the edge of the valley, basically. And this looks like pretty much practically at the end of the valley, there is what looks like a small fort. However, what's in that fort will probably have to be for next session.
Yep. And he'll tell everybody what he saw, and then he's gonna do a survival to look for a camp nearby that we can use as like a vantage point.
Okay, sure, yeah. Because when you get there, it's by the time you guys get there, it is actually as well like getting late evening.
Why is that popping?
Probably still a few hours from sunset, but probably actually the carriage is fully disappeared by the time you guys get there, since it only lasts 8 hours.
I was hoping to roll another one.
All right. Yep. Hope everybody had fun.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, sure. Of course.
Next session will be the 25th.
Right.
Okay.
Hopefully, it won't be another month before the next session.
Yeah.
I mean, it was holidays and stuff.
Between holidays and then me getting sick, yeah.
Yeah, the holidays do that.
Yeah, definitely wouldn't have been able to make that session. He was
Oh yeah,
And
the one right
from
or-
from day after Thanksgiving to Christmas, I had 8 15-hour days, and
Yikes.
that
Oof.
about 5 days off for the whole, or 4 days off for the whole month of November or December. I mean,
They don't give you
So-
every days off, do they?
no, well, not during that period. It was just I since I'm higher on the seniority, I know all the routes, so it's basically like they're using me to like cover a lot.
Yeah, that happens to my buddy FedEx too, where they'll send him places where they're like he doesn't necessarily want to do it, but they're like, well,
Yeah.
we know that you can do this route, like
Yeah, exactly.
so we're sending
Yeah.
you there because if we send one of these other guys there, they're gonna get like overwhelmed or
Lost. Yeah, and
Yeah.
then you're gonna have to go help them anyways.
yep,
That was basically their
Man.
argument. That was basically their argument. It was like either you can do it or do what you want to do and then have to go help them afterwards. And I was like, I'll just do the one that no one wants to do.
yeah.
Yeah.
But you said you get an actual set route soon, so
Yeah.
I
So
mean, hopefully you won't have to worry about it as much then.
yeah. Well,
You'll
once
probably
I
still
have
have to
my
bail
own-
them out as much, or sometimes
No,
not.
once I
No?
have my own route, I just do mine and go. I leave.
That's a good deal.
Yeah. So that's why I've been freaking looking forward to it for 7 years now. I've been at the post office, but yeah, and that's what it sounds like. Early March, late February, March.
Nice. So you can see the
Yeah.
light at the end of the tunnel.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then I'll have a set schedule too, which is nice. I'll have every Sunday I'll have off, and then
Always good.
depending on the route, I'll have like other day.
Well, hopefully you'll still be able to make this game, but
Oh yeah. No, once I get a route, I'll have, like I said, I
I guess
won't have those.
with it
I won't
starting
have
at 7, it'd be pretty hard for them
Yeah,
to be on
yeah.
a route where you're still driving at 7.
Yeah, exactly. And I won't have that like, oh shit, I have to help someone
Yeah.
type of thing. I know Thursdays I'll have to pick up the pace if it's gonna be a long day or
It's a
something
long
like that.
day, yeah.
Yeah.
Right on. Well, I'm glad that I finally were able to play again. Especially
Yep.
I haven't been able to play in Secrets game either because that game's also been getting
True.
canceled and postponed and stuff.
Yeah.
We're playing without Matt for the Sunday game this Sunday though, right?
I don't know, but
Okay.
we're gonna play
I-
anyways.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to make that game. I'm in a really weird position here that my Sunday / Saturday group right now, one of my players only has Sundays and they only have 4:30 on available like for the next couple of weeks.
Is that like an every Sunday game then?
It's an every
Or
weekend.
every week?
Yeah, we try to get it in. I wouldn't be opposed to being like doing the next Sunday for Secret Game if I could like alternate it.
Yeah. See, I can do that too. I can't remember if Star Fox has something going on the alternate Sundays or not.
I don't want to keep postponing, so
Oh,
Yeah.
no, you should.
you make it, you don't at this
Yeah.
point.
All right. I will talk to you guys later.
All right, have a good night.
Take
Right.
care.
See ya.
Good night.
Yeah, with this game, I was kind of like, the last couple days, I was like, I don't care if I'm not feeling good, I'm gonna run it anyway.
It's been so long.
It's been
yeah.
too long. I gotta release
Yeah.